Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm actually just doing a get ready with me style video, but this is going to be like the basics look that I've been doing like for the last week and a half or so. Like it's been the same look, just different lip colors, and I'm gonna be doing a bold red lip on this one, so I hope you guys like it. You can pair it up with nudes, you can pair it up with a light pink lip, you can do whatever you want. I just want to show you guys what I've been doing. So the first thing I'm going to do is use some witch hazel in a small cotton round. It's just to tone up my skin. I usually do it right before I start everything and as I start prepping the products that I'm going to be using. So I just like the refreshing feeling of it. I had already done my brows. I just wanted to refresh the skin. What I used for my brows is the e.l.f. eyebrow kit, and this one is in light, which I needed dark, but this is what I found at the store. I've had this for like about a year, and it's got the dark brown wax and a light powder, and it's been working for me lately. I just wanted to lighten them up a little bit and not draw so much attention to them, and I wanted to see how I like it throughout the week. I actually like it very much, so I've already done this just to fill them in, to make them look less sparse. Nothing spectacular, no super shaping, because I'm not very good at it, but I like this. Okay, the next thing I will be doing, of course, is moisturizing. I always speak about moisturizing, especially if you have dry skin, oily skin too. There are so many products for oily skin that you can use, even primers and stuff like that. So I will be using my Living Source Pomegranate Balancing Gel Cream Moisturizer, and I got this at Sally's this year, and I've kind of gone through it. This is like my backup to my Olay, so it's just a gel-like formula there. It smells very strong. Pomegranate smells like roses and pomegranate, so it's very strong. Just put it around my T-zone area because that's where I'm driest, and then my cheeks. And my skin is so dry that it, like, once I wash it, get out of the shower and stuff, it starts kind of like hurting a little bit in this area, so that's why I concentrate in the cheeks and the T-zone. Okay, once I let that settle into the skin, I will be using my L'Oreal Revitalift Miracle Blur. This I got for $6.99 at CVS. I'm sure there's a million coupons, especially for L'Oreal products, especially their face products. I am really liking this. It blurs. It does what it says it's gonna do. It is supposed to erase the look of wrinkles, lines, and pores. I'm actually using this kind of like a base. I've been using this a lot lately, and just take a little bit, so it's like this little, I don't know if that's too much, but I lost my cap. I'm so blind I can't see. And I pretty much put this all over the face, but concentrating on my forehead, because, you know, we all have the smile lines there. I put it a little bit closer to under the eyes. I'm gonna moisturize my lips, which is normally what I do beforehand as I'm doing my brows and all that good stuff. I'm gonna be using my M.A.C Coquettish Clarity's Tinted Lip Moisturizer. I've had this for a while. I've dug into it, and I just lightly, I don't use a lot because I'm going to be putting on red, and I don't want to have to wipe off too much and cause dryness. So next thing I will be doing is priming my eyes or putting a base, and I will be using my M.A.C Painterly Pot, and this is just like a skin toned beige matte, you know, nothing shimmery. If you'd like to use like a color tattoo, by any means, do it. Do you, boo. I'm just gonna be putting this on my eyes. Sorry, I'm gonna take my mirror. I still can't see that far, but and I bring it all the way up to the eye, to the brow. The difference, I don't know what's going on with the light today. Again, you guys know I depend on my sunlight, and Mother Nature doesn't always like me, so she's kind of schizo, bipolar. This has been the basic look that I've been doing. That's the only thing I've been putting on my eyes besides another product, and it works for me. Okay, so after putting on my paint pot, I will be concealing, and I'm going to be using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind and the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and this is in the color 20 Sable, and this is in the neutralizer shade 50. I have to click this because I actually ran out the other day. I just put it under my bags, my heavy bags. And as you can see, I don't use a lot. I only have clicked, you know, this much, and I've been using it for like a month straight and stuff. So, and then I'm gonna take my Maybelline Fit Me concealer. This is a wonderful concealer. This is very comparable to high-end concealers, and I'm just gonna do 2 taps there. This is closer to my shade. I really love it. It really doesn't crease on me as much as other concealers. You know, you gotta expect creasing. But anyway, I'm just gonna blend. This routine normally takes me no more than 10 minutes, but you know, this video is gonna be probably longer. I've been blending these lately. It just works. I can also just use the neutralizer and be happy with it. I'm not looking for super heavy coverage. I just like to soften my face a little bit. I don't really like the cakiness feeling. I mean, you guys know this already. So as you can see, it's blended downward. You know, you probably could still see something, but you know, we'll blend it out. Next up, I will be using my NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat foundation. You can use any kind of powder you want. If you want to just throw on some pressed powder, whatever you like. I personally have been using my powder foundations. I really like the way they feel. I've been using them wrong lately. I've been putting it with foundation and wondering why I'm looking cakey. I'm just being a little dingus lately. Take a stipple brush. You can take any kind of brush or use the sponge, and I'm just going to be patting this on my face and then rubbing. You want to get the product on your face first, and it hasn't left any cakiness behind. I feel like using a lotion, a moisturizer, and or primer helps. Obviously, helps the product stick. Am I talking right? At first, I don't notice like anything substantial, but then I see that it's smooth, like a baby's arse. That's that. I'm going to take my Ruby Kisses HD Set and Forget setting powder, supposedly 16 hours of flawless proof wear. I used to use this all over my face, but really right now I like using it right under my eyes because for some reason my eyes look shiny and I don't know why. So I'm going to pour a little bit out. I have an e.l.f. blush brush here, which is just perfect for under the eyes, and I'm just gonna, it really does help set. I like that. Now that I don't feel so shiny, I will be moving on. So next up, I will be bronzing, and I'm going to be using my M.A.C bronzing powder, and this is in the color Golden. I'm just trying to use this bad boy up because as you guys can see, there's a pan there. There's a pan. I'm just going to be using a slanted brush. You can use any kind of brush you want. You can use a big top brush, whatever. I'm just going to be blending it out anyway. It's not going to be a big contouring contest. It never is with me. So I'm just going to take some product and lightly. Somebody's baby is screaming out there. Just not in distress, just being a kid. Can't wait for school. So as you can see, I'm just putting it in the areas where I need some slimming, not some heavy contouring. I just like the glow of this bronzer, and I kind of just blend it upwards a little bit on the temples. It just makes me look not so pale, you know what I'm saying? Okay, now that that's done, I'm going to move on to my eyes, and I'm going to also be using the same bronzer. I'm going to be using the same bronzer on my eyes, and this is the e.l.f. blending brush, which is like my favorite brush ever for my eyes. And I'm just going to take some product, tap off the excess, and just work on the crease. You can use any bronzer you like, preferably a matte bronzer, unless you like the little shimmer. This one has shimmer, and it's not very showy. It doesn't show too much, which I like. All I'm doing is passing this on the crease just to define my crease a little bit. I'm only putting a little bit at a time. Ta-da! So there you have it. Just use some bronzer, and I'm gonna move on to the next step. I will be using my blush. I decided to use my Dior blush, and this one is in Framboise Strawberry Sorbet 943. It's this perfect pink. I've been using my e.l.f. blushes. I've been just taking turns with my blushes. So I'm going to be taking my Real Techniques brush, and I'm just gonna use this. I'm not gonna use both shades. I'm going to use the just matte pink version of it. Just put it in the apples of my cheeks and just blend backwards. With a red lip, you don't want to do too bright of a blush. You probably want to just some bronzing or something like that. So that's the end of that. Put some on my nose. Still like to look sun-kissed. Okay, I'm going to take my Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana bronzer. It's not really a bronzer. I use this as a highlight. You guys know this by now. It's fabulous. I don't know anybody that would use it as a bronzer, but it adds a wonderful shade. Okay, and I'm going to be using my Real Techniques, what am I using? Pointed foundation brush is the one I use to put all my highlight in it. It's the only thing I use it for. And I'm just going to, like, I've only hit the sun and it still hasn't touched the pan. This is a lot of product. These are under $4. So I just get both sides of the brush because I will be using it. And I just tap it on the highs of my cheeks. Alright, that baby's just screaming now. She just wants sun. She's throwing a whole tantrum. On the tips of your nose. Hit the under eyebrow. Hit the brow bone. So I just highlighted my face, and you can also, what can you do? You could take that same e.l.f. blending brush and you could tap on a little bit of this product right here and just hit the inner corners of the eye for some brightening. This is my minimal look. You see that? Okay, now that I'm done with darn near everything, I'm just gonna curl my lashes. 40 lashes. Okay. So I'm gonna be using my Benefits They're Real mascara. I'm just trying to run through these mascaras left and right. I use a different one every day. So yeah, next topic of conversation. I really like the wand on this mascara. I don't know if this will be a repurchase because I have so many other mascaras that I like more. But I do like the wand on this mascara. This is definitely a good mascara. Everyone has probably tried this mascara. If you haven't, I highly recommend going to Ulta or checking it out online, Ulta online. Someone somewhere has to sell these little small samples and it runs for 10 bucks. So yes, 10 bucks for a little one like this. But I've used it quite a bit, so it's lasted me a while. No! Can you see me? I'm gonna poke my own eye out one day, I swear. Oh my god. Things we do for beauty. Okay. Next up, I will be doing my lips, and by now whatever moisturizer I've put on my lips, and I've talked your ears off, has pretty much soaking into my lips, so I don't worry about anything else, honestly. I just leave it be. I don't wipe anything off. Anyway, I digress. I'm going to be doing a bright red lip. Y'all know I love my red lips. It's everything from red to nudes. I was going to do a nude lip, but I did a nude lip last night and I'm over it. So back to reds. So I'm going to be taking my Jordana Easy Retractable Liner. This is the lip liner and this is in Sedona Red. absolutely favorite. I have another one that I picked up as a backup because I saw it and I just needed it. And I'm just gonna line my lips. I'm gonna do this up close because this takes someone to see. I always say for red lips, line your lips. It makes the lips last longer and it prevents bleeding out, you know, of the lip line. So it really does help with the bleeding of any color. Then I'm gonna fill it. Because why not? If you're really not into reds like that, and you're kind of scared to try on a red, try on a nice red lip liner or very inexpensive red. And I recommend using a blue based red. I think the orangey tones look amazing on darker skin and people that have super white teeth. I mean, I think honestly any red lip looks great on anyone. You just kind of have to rock it a certain way. You got to be very, you know, nonchalant about it. And the more confident you rock it, it just looks amazing. It really does pop. But I do recommend using a blue base tone. It makes the teeth look a little whiter and I need that help. And you know, whatever. But if you don't feel comfortable using a red lipstick, it's just too much for you, try a nice lip liner with a little bit of gloss or something under it and then over it if you like the shine. If you like a more subtle look like this, you can, you know, try it out. No, we are not done yet, people. We are not done. So once I fill the lips, of course this helps as a good base for any red. You can do it with a nude color if you like, but I prefer using a red. I think it brings out more of the red colors. Yeah, I digress. I don't know. The red lipstick that I will be using has been like my all-time favorite red. I got this red when it first came out. I want to say almost 2 years ago. Yeah, this is 645 Red Revival, 645 Red wow, 645 Red Revival. Yes, Red Revival, and this is the Maybelline color Sensational, what is this? Color Sensational. This is when they came out with their reds, and as you guys can see, it's kind of taken its beating. It's taken a whooping. This is an absolute favorite of mine. It's so dark. I love it. And this is a blue base. Let me swatch it for you guys. It's more like a blue base. Very dark blood color, but it looks perfect on just about anyone. If you want something a little bit lighter, but you still kind of want that blue base. Wet n Wild sells one. It's called Stoplight Red and the number is 911D, and it's an absolutely fabulous basic red. It's got a little bit of the blue tones under it. And this is not a matte red by any means. This is more of a satin finish red. It's super lustrous and it is kind of a little shiny, but it's not so shiny that it's just like ugh for me. So I'm going to take a piece of paper towel and I'm going to blot it. Look at that. So what this does is pretty much push in more product, and then you could do another layer of lips, and this lasts a very long time when you do this process. Yeah, I got it on my teeth. Okay, so this is my finished look that normally takes me like 10 minutes to do in and out of the door. I do switch it up with lip colors. I do pinks, you know, muted color. Y'all know my colors. It's nudes, hook around, you know, whatever. Make sure I don't have it on my teeth because I get red lipstick on my teeth all the time, and I frankly, it's come to the point that I don't care anymore, but I just don't want it in my video, okay? This is the finished look. I hope you guys like it. It's very very minimal on the face, but it looks like I have a full face on, which I kind of do, but it's not heavy. It's super light on the skin, and I really have been loving this look. I hope you guys like this video. Please thumbs this up, and please don't forget to subscribe, share with your friends. If you guys have any suggestions or would like to see me try out any products, please feel free to leave a comment down below. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Bye.